So would you say, so 12 months ago, stressful things happened and you would have crumbled?
Yeah.
So the difference now to then is just the support, like, because it's like the reason why I ask is like we got an interesting question in Standout. It was like I can back myself as the trainer,
yeah,
but when it comes to everything else outside of training someone, I second guess myself. I have all this doubt. It is really challenging, and I hit these like mental blocks. So it's a very, very similar scenario. So it's like you, what changed?
Learning to ask for help and learning to communicate. I feel like I've done a much better job of doing that professionally and personally with you guys. Being honest about everything, because you're never just stressed about one thing. There's a reason why you're responding the way you are to certain situations. So one is asking for help and knowing that the right people aren't going to make you feel less than for asking for help. And the right people want to see you win. And, you know, I'm very fortunate to work in a team where you guys will be like, hey, there's a hole here that needs to be filled. Or, you know, you guys will happily do that for the sake of the business, but communicate that in a way that is productive.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say, communicating to people, asking for help. If you work by yourself, have your mentors, you know, do that and lean on them honestly. Don't feel like a dickhead to ask a question. And then, it's so cliche, but like, feel the fear, feel the tired, feel the discomfort, and just fucking show up.
That's exactly what we said.
Like, there are sessions that I've coached better than others. Same as you. I'm sure you've done check-ins that are better than others.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I'm sure you've given business advice that is better than others. You know, like, not everything has been done perfectly, but the more I do it, the better it gets. And if I dip down and I'm like, oh, that one wasn't my favorite conversation I've had on the phone.
Yeah.
You stop for a second. You don't have to sit down and diary entry it out. But, you know, being like, okay, fuck.
Yeah, mental note.
I jumped straight into telling her to do a trial instead of asking her what she wanted. And then revolving the conversation around that. Cool. Don't do that again.
Yep.
Move on.
Yeah.
And so just do it.
Do it.
Can't.
Stack your proof.
No one's gonna die.
Yeah.
You're not gonna die. Like, just do it and keep being better.
I heard something during the week that was the moment you stop learning new skills, watch your life fall apart. And I was like, the point was sort of like, every moment in your life can be an accumulation of skill that then leads to shit that you don't even realize could be a thing. And like, I was in my head, I was like explained my career in a sentence. And it was just like, the sales role made me build my business really quickly. Because I filled my business really quickly, I was able to become a good coach because I had lots of people to practice on and fuck it up a lot.
Yeah.
And then we educated and we ran our own system, and then we educated externally, and we ran courses that we got paid $30 an hour instead of our fucking $120 an hour PT rate that we accumulated skills for. And we did this and this and this and all the way through. And then it's like, somehow I ended up in a room with gym owners to be like, this is why your gym's not working.
Yep.
12 months later, we had one.
Yeah.
It was just like, that's just an accumulation of random skills that seem random at the time to end up in this position.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, what happens now? Like, now the role that you strong is not, I'm not there.
Yeah.
I don't do the socials, don't do the copy, I don't do anything of that. It's just like, well, now I'm learning to run something far away with an investor. This is going to be a really important skill. And listening to everything you're saying there, it's like, it's interesting to look at the pros and cons of not having done this before.
Yeah.
It's going in blind means probably setting higher expectations than were realistic. We were like, we should open in profit. Like, you talk to other people, like,
I never said that.
If you're not a franchise, like, nah.
Yeah, you have a huge marketing budget, 6-month pre-sale and shit.
Yeah, but like, that's our goal.
Yeah, of course.
So
it's
we get as
goal.
close to that as we possibly can. And then, like, even the systems and stuff, we didn't know what we were doing yet. Got them in place. Sweet. Now they work, and we've designed them purely on the idea. Thankfully, we had someone that had been in the environment, so we knew culturally what we needed, how everything needed to be delivered, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, listening to your thing, that just like kept popping up. It was just like, there's now the skill of the sales role. There's the skill of when you first came to STC, it was like, you're going to run a mentorship and it just didn't get the legs that we wanted it to.
Yeah.
But that onboarding, that initial, what are their fears? What are they struggling with? The system of what they're getting wrong now means like DJ's killing it in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just that random accumulation of skills that have happened over time.
Just doing.
And then you
stuff.
just get like, there's an opportunity, you get dropped into it and you can just fucking.
Well, like, I think it's really cool hearing you say that, because through this whole experience, I have gone in being like, you know, XYZ, you know that you didn't enjoy XYZ and what you wanted to do when you're in this position. All I have done at UStrong, as somebody that when I came to you guys, like, financial security was like my highest priority. I remember the first standout session we did where we were talking about our values. I was like, financial security, like right at the top. And it's like, yes, of course, I work to, you know, have an income.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Not once when I was like in the thick of it was I waking up thinking about the value of my time. Not once was I thinking about what this will equate to money. Not once was I was like, it was purely like, how much better can I get at time management to be able to do these other things better?
Yeah.
To get better. And it wasn't until the day that I got paid for the first time at UStrong, I was like, I'm going to get paid?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And it was like, you know, it was a couple of months in.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, oh, and I've done it a few times since being at STC. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that that's going to result in an income.
Yeah.
Like, you just forget, you get so caught up in wanting to be better at the systems and do the thing and refine the thing and show up to the thing that you're like, huh.
I feel like that's how you get in that position though, because if you do the flip side and you're just like, oh, well,
chasing money.
or even just chasing instant, you know, output for your input. You're just like, well, sometimes a lot of delayed gratification in business. Like, it's very similar.
I think it holds a lot of people back.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
It's no different to training. It's like, but they can go into the gym and like train to build the muscle a year later.
Yeah.
But they won't do the same thing in their business.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have the physique you want tomorrow when you do the one workout.
Yeah.
So the same thing with your business. Like, there's so much work that gets done.
Yeah.
You don't see the benefit of it straight away.
Yeah. And you think like the unpaid work that we've done, or the low underpaid work that we've done. Think about like even just a trade. It's like 4 years of underpaid work because you're getting educated, and then university is cost you fucking $100,000.
Yeah,
that you've got to then make back.
Yeah.
So it's like when you start to be like, cool. So in business, I have to accumulate that, which is interesting because it is that 10,000 hour rule. So I have to accumulate all of that to then get the thing.
Yeah.
And no one is willing to do it.
Well, the ones that aren't.
Yeah.
The ones that fail.
So few. Yeah.
Yeah. The ones that are the ones that fail.
Yeah. I think it's like you still, and even despite still doing all of this, like I was just thinking then, like at UStrong, there would be close, like over 40, close to 50 people that move through the gym to train a week, right? At the moment, with our services. And I like stop and think that I was on the phone talking to them, and like the amount of phone conversations I've had in the last 6 months is
you
like.
You a Pilates studio?
So strength training, is that like reformer?
There is a Pilates business called something Stronger.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's called Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
A lot.
Damn for us.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Damn for Jess on the phone talking to people that are like, oh no, I don't want to deadlift. I just want to do reformer Pilates. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm not even gonna try to convince you.
Bad luck for you though.
Yeah. But it's like I still hesitate when I pick up the phone to call someone. I still like,
You still do a double
and it's
take,
like now I hope that I can like come back, sit into more standout PT sessions and stuff like that again, because I use that time to train.
Yeah.
Come back, sit down in more standout sessions and be like, I'm doing the same shit again.
This is my experience to them, because that's the thing. Like you just said it before. Some of the guys and even just people watching other people ahead of them, they think that we don't, or they don't, the ones they're watching, experience the things that they do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we still experience the imposter syndrome and the doubt
more.
And it's just we're just playing in a different field.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like there's still situations where we don't 100%, 100% confident that this is going to work, but we're going to back ourselves to do the best we can.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't match up, but the only way you know how to fill that gap is if you take the shot.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that framework of the skill development for that reason. Because if you take the pressure off of like, this is me developing a skill.
Yeah.
It's easier to post on socials.
Yeah.
It's easier to make the phone call. It's easier to do the video. We were in there the other day and Laura had a class. I think there was a powerlifting gym owner in the gym.
Yeah.
Jess and I walked in expecting an empty gym to film our deadlift resource. And I was like, I got to talk to camera in front of 10 people.
Yep.
I took my jumper off after the first video, not because it was warm in there, because I was fucking sweating.
Yeah.
Like,
and the people, and like,
and I said to Jess, I'm like, I still get nervous with this shit.
Absolutely.
By myself, let alone with 12 other people in the room.
How's the audio? It's pretty good, yeah?
Yeah, on those mics, it's really good.
It's real good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, just sidestep. But I was just
really
curious about the noise, but I reckon those mics are good.